The World Health Organization estimates that 1.25 million people die in traffic-related incidents every year. Contributing to these numbers is the city of Jakarta, Indonesia, which accounts for roughly 2,000 of these deaths. These deaths are tragic, but they're largely preventable with smart city planning and data-driven interventions. The goal of our team this summer was to help provide the city of Jakarta with the information necessary to inform these interventions. In the past 50 years, Jakarta has grown to be the largest city in Southeast Asia, with a population above 10 million and continuing to grow. At this rate, it's difficult for the transportation infrastructure to keep up, which has led to increased congestion and traffic accidents, which obviously pose a risk to the people on the roads. In fact, the city has already identified several types of events which are known to increase traffic safety risk. Some pose hazards to pedestrians on the roads, such as street vendors blocking sidewalks, which force pedestrians to walk into the roadway. Others are hazardous to passengers inside of vehicles, such as driving the wrong way. Now, to help manage and mitigate these risks, the city hopes to improve its management of traffic signals and deployment of traffic stewards in the medium term. And in the long term, they're hoping to inform planning activities for road infrastructure and public transit services. However, what's lacking today is an understanding of how and where these risks occur on Jakarta roads, and the city has no practical means of developing this understanding. What they do have, however, are over 5,000 traffic cameras throughout the city continuously monitoring the roads. This is a great start, but let's talk about what would be required in order to extract useful information from these videos. You could imagine employing a technician to watch one such camera and have them write down events of interest and then the times and conditions under which these events are most prevalent. The problem is this doesn't scale well at all. So in order to continuously monitor all 5,000 traffic cameras, this would require roughly 44 million person-hours every year. Our team felt that this was an opportunity for machine learning techniques to step in. If a computer could be trained to extract useful information from these videos, this would free up humans from the most laborious part of the process and give them less time, let them spend less time extracting information and more time using that information to improve conditions on the road. So our team built an end-to-end system which is able to identify pedestrians, bicycles, and motor vehicles, determine their position and direction of movement, and identify whether they're on the road or the sidewalk. So here we see 3 components of our system being applied to a particular video segment. On the left, we see that objects are being identified, localized, and classified. In the center, objects that are moving in the scene are being tracked. And on the right, the scene is being segmented into contextually relevant regions, such as the road or the sidewalk. So by combining information from these components, we're able to construct narratives of the events happening on these roads, such as identifying that there exists a car moving in a certain direction on the roadway. Now, you may have noticed in this segment, there's a motorbike that's traveling on the wrong way on the road, and it comes into conflict with one of the vans that's traveling the correct way. This is exactly the type of event that our system is intended to automatically extract. So to give you a picture of how well our system does, let me show you another intersection where in the span of 3 days, our system identified 4 separate events where cars left their lane and went into the opposing lane in order to circumvent a traffic jam. In fact, 3 of these events occurred within a span of 2 hours. So hopefully it's becoming clear the value of this type of information for city planners. To help make this more concrete, I want to present to you a future vision of how we feel this information might be used. Imagine you work for the city in some way, and you're tasked with locating where that next traffic steward should go, or where that next crosswalk should go. How valuable would it be if you had access to information from the previous month about where the high-risk incidents occurred in order to better inform your decision? So we believe that systems like ours will become increasingly important for the health safety, and quality of life of people not only within the city of Jakarta, but in 100 similar cities in Indonesia and countless others worldwide. Thank you.